Everybody, it's Friday, September 18th. Hope you're doing well. Come to the end of another week, and lots of signs that we're entering into fall. The weather's changing up a little bit. Kids are back to school. One of the other big signs is this Operation Christmas Child boxes. So, she pulled up right side up. And this is, they showed up in our church this week, and you're going to see them as you come to church on Sunday. You may wonder what these things are or how these things work or what they're all about. And so Sharen Sayers is our coordinator here, and I wanted to have an interview with her. So give you a little information about what Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes are, if you don't know. And if you do know, then just to encourage you, remind you to be a part of it. This is such a great opportunity. Anyway, so let's go talk to Sharen now. Hey, good morning, Sharen. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Pastor. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. And look at us. We're both wearing red today.
Yeah, this is my Operation Christmas Child.
Okay,
Sure.
so you have an Operation Christmas Child, and look what I have. Not that we planned this or anything, but I have an Operation Christmas Child.
No, we didn't.
box.
That's wonderful.
So, Sharen, you are a big motivator, a big impetus behind our Operation Christmas Child here at the church. And we want to get as many people kind of involved in these as we can, many people that are interested. Jennifer and I have done this for years and years and years. But why don't you just start off by giving us a little story about what this is, how this all came to be?
Okay. Well, a missionary friend of the Grahams had...
As in Billy Graham?
No.
Franklin Graham.
Franklin, yeah.
Franklin,
brain dead.
right, okay.
Yeah. I'm not doing well this morning. Keep losing my mind. Anyway, yes. And he phoned and said, it would be really helpful if you could help us with our missions and just make up some shoeboxes worth of gifts. And so he said, yeah, we'll do that. And then many months later, about Christmas time, he got this call and said, so how's that shoebox thing going?
Oh,
and
dear.
he said, oh, yeah, we better get doing this. So he called on some lovely friends in church and got it all together. This was in the 1990s, late 1990s. And they sent some over, and it's been very successful. What's really touching for me is that because it is such a good contact, lots of small Christian groups in many lands are asking for Operation Christmas Child to come. And there are, I think, 9 giving countries and about 198 receiving countries.
Wow. And so you take a box, it's just a box, you fill it with some things.
Yep.
And then this will be received by a child somewhere on the other side of the world.
Yes. And usually they go into the very saddest areas, the very needy areas. You get a small group of Christians together, and they're trying to make a difference out there. And this, bringing the boxes in, having the learning program, which I'll touch on later, really impacts how the church can flourish, at least grow little by little. You showed one box. I'd like to sort of say, this can be another kind of box.
Okay.
Any size box that would fit a lady's size 8 shoe. That's where we go by. Or that will carry a common piece of paper, 8.5 by 11, about 6 inches deep.
Okay.
So then it grew from there. I got interested. I'm trying to think. I tried to work this out last night, but I think somewhere around 2001 I joined. And I didn't become I just became an ordinary person who bought stuff, stuck it in a box. And it just got to be more and more boxes. And I started out putting things under my bed, and now I have a room that we add things to. A little room next to the washer and dryer. Anyway, so can I touch on what should go in a box?
Sure.
And yeah, okay. So it's quite simple. You just take your little box and you put in some school supplies. Can you see this?
Yeah.
And
Visual aids.
yeah, yeah, I just thought it would remind me to what I'm talking about. So school supplies, hygiene items, toys, a letter or picture. They just love that. And $10 in an envelope. And at the church, anybody can come by and get the little envelope. There's a different one for this new year. But on the front and on the back, it's got the labels if you're sending to a girl or a boy. I'll talk about that a little more in a minute. And here is the envelope to put your donation for the shipping. Tells you some things about what to do, where to buy. And the hope was, last year, Marlis and I talked about having a web page of some kind, a Facebook or something where people can interact with us. And we can do that this year. So I'd like to, put that out to you. The other place people can go is just Google shoeboxes, Christmas Child, Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes, Samaritan's Purse, just anything. And it comes up about first or second. So it's lovely to have that contact. Yeah. When I first started out, I thought it was some kind of secret society. I couldn't find a phone number or anything, what to put in.
You know how many they sent out last year?
Oh, I thought you would do that. I forgot to get that number.
That's okay.
400 and some thousand from.
That's what I thought. I thought it was close to 500,000. Yeah. 500,000 boxes.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Wonderful. You said you get a girl ages 8 to 10 or something like that, right?
Yeah. Here. Think preschool, grade school, or middle school. Middle school. Okay. Yeah, not so much high school. Well, up to 14.
Right. And then just a little bit, fill it with gifts. You do this as a family. Do this with your kids.
Take your grandkids. Go to the dollar store. It's so wonderful. They just, it touches their hearts. They are learning. They learn how to give. We ask you not to send used things, especially things that might be tainted.
Right.
It doesn't have to be really costly. And over the year, I buy things. I think I have about 40 of these in my basement right now. And I call him my little missionary.
Nice.
Because it touches the heart. When Operation Christmas Child goes in, they have a big party. They make it as nice as they can. They have some local goodies. Sometimes they take a good old American hot dog and juice, and as best as the community can do, they have this party and they give out the boxes, and everybody holds on to their box, and then they say 3, 2, 1, open your box, and the world goes crazy.
Now, you were there, weren't you?
What's that?
Yeah, you've been there? You've been to
No, sadly, you have to pay your own way, Operation Christmas Child does everything free. 90% of the monies they take in go just to the mission. There's very little spent.
And it's even more than just people getting boxes too. Yes, kids get a gift, which is really wonderful. But there's more to it than that, isn't it?
Yes. Can I show you a picture? Another picture. Show and tell. This is called The Greatest Journey. It's been translated into 80 different languages.
Okay.
Am I upside down? Heaven knows. And there's a 12-week program that they train the local people for weeks before, and they go in only once. They don't go uninvited. They go in once, they train, and then it's in the hands of the volunteers. And they want to train so well because they don't have a chance to go back. It's got to be done well. So then these children get these books, they go through the program, they have a graduation ceremony, it's a big deal. And the retention rate is about 60%. Yeah. After they've gone back, 5 years and so on. And so It's
The book
really,
the book is like a gospel story. Is that what it is? Tell me.
oh man, yes, it's the story of Jesus. Thank you for that question. It's the story of Jesus, and because it can just be translated quite
You,
readily, they have the same questions. And then there's a big, I have it here, but it's a big flip chart that they leave for the teachers. They
okay.
have a teacher's guide afterwards, but then it's in the hand of the local
Yeah.
Christians.
And
And
kids come to Christ through this.
yes, and great changes come as a result. They start farming programs, educating single moms, child safety. I said farming. They teach a lot about not getting into child trafficking, how to avoid
Right.
being caught. That is rampant.
And so it
Where?
starts with a little
Yeah.
gift
Yes. It's
and a
wonderful.
$10 for shipping. And this is it's it's like the first reach of love and kindness. And then from there, all these other fantastic things grow out of it.
Yes.
It's like, and I know, Sharon, you love talking about this.
Yeah,
And
I do. Yeah.
so if anybody wants to talk to you, then you are more than open to tell them all kinds of stories.
And
And
yeah.
people who've done this before, they know what it's all about. For those who've never done this before, we just encourage them to give it a shot, try it out, and be a blessing this year. Now, the boxes are already at the church. And
Yes.
when is the deadline? Is there a deadline for this?
November 22nd, I think is, we haven't actually set the absolute date. Yes, it's the
Okay.
22nd. I mean, Operation Christmas Child has given us that week. Mary is the center here for logistics. She brings things in. She has to have some helpers. We're needing this year to count what businesses donated, which church you're from. If you're not from our church, if you're just from the general community. And I'm supposed to be the person in touch of church and community. I'm supposed to get the word out there, and it's hard to
Well,
do.
this is helping. Hopefully, this will get to some people.
Oh, I hope so, Pastor. Yeah.
Thank you
Just
so much, Sharon. I really appreciate your time this morning.
thank you for letting me come.
Okay, God bless you.
God bless everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, sweet. I hope that gave you some idea of what the shoeboxes are. And I think in particular these days, when we can feel like life is hard for us, it's good to look beyond ourselves, to realize it's hard for everybody around the world. And some people have it a lot harder. And we can share and give out to them and bless them. And Jesus says it's better to give than to receive. And so this is a season that even now start preparing to give and to bless these kids. I love how this whole program works, how it's just an act of kindness. Actually, there's a verse in Romans that says, don't you know that God's kindness leads you toward repentance? And this is an act of kindness. It's one of the ways that we can lead people toward Jesus' great love is by showing this little act of kindness, by packing a little box like this and sending it out. So if you'd like to be a part of that, we have them in the foyer here at the church. You can stop by anytime, grab a box and start loading it up. And it's a real fun thing. And we pray as we send these things out that God will use them to touch and bless a life and to draw that life closer to Jesus. So thanks for being a part of it. Looking forward to this weekend. Verna Verity and I will be co-teaching on what it means to be loving community as part of our mission statement. So we're really excited about that. Hopefully you can join us either in the church or online. And we would love to see you. God bless you. Have a fantastic weekend.